Hey guys, welcome back. Ugh. Trying to find a spot where you guys can see the whole arena. Well, that'll have to work. If you guys don't like this spot and you like the other spot better, let me know down in the comments below. So today is going to be my version of teaching the join up and why I teach it. I have a migraine right now, so that's why I brought some water to keep hydrated. It's actually really cool out, so he probably won't get hosed down after this, depending on how sweaty he is. So first off, the reason why I teach it. The reason why is there's a few reasons. One, he's super spooky. He's been beaten. And so you guys have seen him drag me. So I just want him to know I'm a safe spot. The other reason I do it is for liberty play, to get him to follow me around. So those are two reasons. There's other reasons I just can't think right now because my migraine. I'm gonna try and not do as much talking. I know I always say that. I really am gonna try this time. That's the other reason I put the camera so far back. You're actually in the other pasture where I did the balloon popping with the girls. So I'd have to go through two gates and walk all the way over here just to talk. So the way I do it, a lot of people do it differently. Some people teach it on the halter and lean line and have him pull in. I did some of that with the girls. I might have to do that with him if this doesn't start working within the end of this or the end of next week, because we just started this yesterday. But what I do is I lunge them around for a little bit, and then when they're kind of showing me they're a little tired, I'll ask them to stop. I'll put my hand out and cluck to them, and I want them to either turn and face me or take a step towards me. Just standing there and looking at me isn't going to work anymore because he did that yesterday. So now it's time to move on to the next step. Yesterday, at the end, he actually followed me 2 circles around, yielding his hindquarters both ways. Not the whole ground pen, just in a small circle. A lot of people just chase him around until the horse can't breathe, and then the horse finally tries to come into you. I don't agree with that. I do give him little breaks in between, but I will still push him when he's breathing hard. Just to kind of say, hey, when I'm with you, you get to catch your breath. You got to figure it out. So the first few times I'll walk, or probably this whole video because he's not that far yet, I'll walk up to him and ask him for a couple steps towards me and love on him if he does. And if he doesn't even try, he'll be lunged off. I don't even know if you guys can see the jump. Yeah, there's a small jump right here. That's just to get his attention, because if you guys have seen in previous videos, let's see if I can move it this way. If you guys have seen in previous videos with him, he just kind of bolts around. He doesn't really pay attention where his feet are. Right here in this corner, which you guys can't see, he charges at the fence, and that's the videos. When the video is over here, you guys can see that corner where those sticks are across. The other corner is over there. I'm pointing the wrong way. Over there, that he kind of charges at. He doesn't actually try to rear up on him, but I think that's where he's getting the cuts on his legs from, because he does stand there until I literally get close enough to whack him across the butt to make him move. So I'll whack the entire time, but if I get up there and he still hasn't moved out of that corner, I will give him a good whack on the leg or on the butt to say, look, I mean it. I'm not just swinging the whip just to swing the whip. So we're going to get started, and when it cuts off, it cuts off. I'm literally going to let it try and cut off. I might end it. I don't know. I'm going to try not to talk as much. Okay? So we're going to get started. I'm just going to set up the other post. So if he knocks one down, please keep. Hi, baby guy. I'm going to start off by loving on him. It's not always work when we're in here. He moved his butt away and kind of faced up more, so I leave him alone. Fix this real quick. In case you guys are new, if they dodge jump, they have to go back over it and then go back the way I was asking him to make him go over it again. And they start to figure out, oh shit, it's easier to just go over it once than it is to go over it twice. Good boy! Good boy! Right there, he went backwards, so he gets front. Oh. Good boy. Hey, he's not trying, he's gonna move. I'm gonna fix it so he doesn't get hurt. Now you see me get after him while he was cantering a minute ago? It's because he turned his nose into the fence. that's a sign that, ow, that's a sign that they're gonna kind of turn. So I didn't want him to. So I kept up the pressure. Let's see if he'll come in. So he has to try more than looking at me, so he's gonna get to work now. See how he just, like, he blows through it instead of thinking about where his feet are. That's okay, I'll count it. Good, he turned his butt. Good boy. So here's when I start asking for more. He has to start following me, whether it's a step or two, he has to. I'm okay with him yielding his butt away from me from a distance and looking in at me and facing up, but there has to be more now. I'm gonna let him breathe for a minute because he's kind of shaking a little bit. Did you notice with the jump, he just hauls over it. He doesn't pay attention to where his body and his feet are. He just hauls, and in this corner, and in this corner, now he's starting to show you guys, in this corner, he likes to stop. Or right over here, he changed without me asking, and that's why I chased him off and cut him off. Let's see if I can get him to come in a little bit. Good boy! You put a step in, that's okay. He's not trying, he gets to move. I gave him a few chances. So right now I'm letting him pick his pace. He wants to walk, he can walk. There, I'll let him think because he changed direction without me asking. When I cut him off, he said, "Screw you, I'm going through anyways." The whip actually hit him on the neck or on the shoulder because I was whacking that close. And normally he would have changed directions, but this time he said, "Screw you." So when they do that and they run through you, I'll keep the pressure up for 2 or 3 laps and run the hell out of them. And then I'll let him stop and think, and I'll love on him and say, "There you go, now think about it." I don't know if you guys can even see him in frame right now. I don't think so. I can't see from here. I'm gonna readjust you guys. Can you even see him? Oh, you can. Okay. My phone's just covered in dust. Sorry, I know I said I wasn't gonna talk. Damn it! I know I said I wasn't gonna talk as much, but I wanted to explain that for any new viewers. Let's see. You guys can kind of see the whole thing. So always kind of thinking about it. Like, ooh, I get to catch my breath. Sorry, I got a whole bunch of stickers all over me now. I'll do it later, I guess. See if you won't come in a couple steps. And me letting out big sighs, and horses, that's how they relieve stress. That's how they let the other horse know they're calm. That's kind of what I'm doing. I'm gonna count it. Oh boy. Barry didn't try. Oh boy. Nope. Oh boy. Whoa. Good boy. Good boy. So if you guys can see, he's starting to understand the point now. He's starting to come in more. I would like him to stop changing direction when I say whoa and when he stops. I'd like him to stay in the direction that he's going. But we'll work on that another day. I'm probably going to let this go into 2 parts. Another reason I picked off the stickers now, even though I said wait, is he needed to catch his breath. And so I figured I can stand there. He can feel comfortable by me while I pick it off. And I don't know if you guys seen or not. I bent down to get some off my lower boot, and he put his head down with me. So he's getting there. He's starting to understand. So this will probably cut off into a second part. So if it just randomly cuts off, part 2 will be up soon. Unless part 2 uploads first. Good boy. He gets to go, but he does not get to pick the direction if he chooses not to come in. With a nice inside turn. I don't want him doing it anymore. There he's licking and chewing. He says, okay, I got it. Whoa. Nice turn. Good boy. I'll let him breathe for a minute. So he has to figure out when I tell him to go direction, he doesn't get to run through me. So that's me keeping up with him and whacking the whip, even though he's cantering and he's going fast. I'm still going to keep up that pressure for a lap or two, so he figures out, man, it's easier just to turn and go the way she wants. From the beginning of those couple of circles, he said, I don't want to go that direction. And then he was doing good, and I was just about to ask him to stop, and he changed direction on me again. I cut him off. He said, screw you. So if he gets whacked on the butt, he gets whacked on the butt. If I have to chase after him that much to not get ran over and to change his direction, I'm going to start kind of flinging the whip towards his leg or his butt and saying, hey, I mean it, move your ass the other way. I'm not going to keep chasing him and cutting him off and almost getting ran over. I'm going to start going straight to the point now because he now knows, hey, she means business. So just kind of letting him catch his breath and think about it for a minute. I went up and loved on him and walked away. He's getting better at moving his hindquarters. He's not quite following yet, but he is taking a couple steps towards me and trying, so I'm rewarding that. Alright, I'd like him to walk. The only time I'm going to get after him is if he changes direction or tries to go through the corner or tries to go around the jump. I'd like him to slow down and walk and think. If he walks, I'll let him walk around the jump because I know him right now. If he walks around over this, he's going to knock it down every single time. Good boy.